members,
I want to
one may think that Millie is out of order. The reason I've allowed her is I've treated it as a quote in a speech. Anything beyond that should have been out of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I associate myself with the sentiment expressed by the chairman of JILAC. Mr. Speaker, in other forums, I am the president of Democracy and Good Governance in the International Conference of the Great Lake Region. Mr. Speaker, democracy dictates that we express ourselves anyhow. But good governance is a responsibility of each one of us. Mr. Speaker, the executive has a responsibility. The legislature, we have a responsibility. The judiciary has a responsibility. Mr. Speaker, we are equal partners. We are not lesser of the responsibility that we have been given. Mr. Speaker, the advantage of the executive can be good, can also be bad. Mr. Speaker, the last parliament and many majority members who are in the last parliament, we know we were called names. We were called collapse. This is not a new thing. The last regime, the past regime, called the members of this parliament collapsed. Actually, bad names were used against us. Mr. Speaker, now we are being called collapsed. Each person, if we are to apply the principles of good governance, we must exercise what these principles are. One, the rule of law. The rule of law dictates that when something is wrong, the law takes precedence. Mr. Speaker, I want to imagine that the president knows this, and I'm sure he knows. Let him subject all of us who have been found to be culpable of being corrupt to the rule of law. It's as simple as that. Mr. Speaker, transparency is very key in leadership. Mr. Speaker, we cannot be all accused en masse without giving evidence. Mr. Speaker, the executive need to be held accountable, to become clear, to become transparent on what he is talking about, members of parliament being corrupt. Mr. Speaker, the presidency is private to intelligent information, and nothing prevents him from proclaiming the people that have been found to be corrupt. Mr. Speaker, I want to disassociate myself with the fact that this parliament is corrupt.
Mbeyu.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi nahuzunika sana. Haya maneno yalitokea kwa viongozi wetu wakuu jana, ni jambo la kusikitisha. Na hasa nikisikia upande wa kuondolewa pesa za NGCDF na ni pamoja na ngafu. Tufikirie sisi kama wabunge, majina tumepewa. Lakini hawa wabunge hawana shida kama wale wananchi wetu waliweza kutupigia kura pale. Wale wananchi wanategemea NGCDF, wanategemea ngafu, watoto wao wasome, watoto wao waende chuo kikuu, miradi ifanywe, shule zijengwe. Na mheshimu sana baba Raila Odinga. Lakini kwa hili atufikirie sisi, na mimi wakilifi, wale wa mama wajane, walioamka saa 10 kwenda kupiga kura ya Mbeyu, machungwa 6. Wataniuliza mimi niwaambie nini? Siwezi kulipa fee, niko na mradi wa full scholarship. Watoto maskini wanategemea hizi pesa walipiwe fee. Sisi ndio tunaenda kuteseka, Mheshimiwa Spika. Mbali na ile kejeli yote ya kupewa haya majina, ni wale watoto maskini wa Kenya wanategemea pesa za NGCDF kujikimu pale mashinani. Tutawajibu nini? Sisi tutawaambia nini? Tunataka kurudi na hakuna pesa za kuwasaidia. Tutatetea vipi? Kura inakuja, bado miaka 2. Ngafu haiko. Kama zile pesa mabilioni yanaenda kwa counties na hakuna alama pale, health status mbaya, ya education imeshindikana, ile ya ECD, mambo ya maji shida. Wakilimbikiziwa hizi pesa kama zile ndogo zimeshindikana pale kwa counties, wakiongezwa za NGCDF maeneo bunge 7, 8 na ile Nairobi iliyo na maeneo bunge mengi, wataweza vipi kutuonyesha kazi inafanyika? Alafu sisi tutakuja hapa, Mheshimiwa Speaker, tuwe flower girls sisi women rep na wale wa mama wengine kunywa chai tu, tutakuwa tuko kibaruani. Lakini yule mtoto wa maskini wa Kenya atafanya nini? Atapiga kura vipi? Apigie nini na tumaini gani? Lazima viongozi wetu wafikirie, ni kesho kutwa tu wataitisha kura, hatutaweza kujisaidia, hatutaweza kutetea mtu. Mbeyu nitajitetea mimi na watu wangu maskini. Asante Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Omboko Milemba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think this is a very great opportunity from the President and the Honorable Raila Odinga to call out Parliament. And this is a great opportunity for the 13th Parliament to take this opportunity to actually deal with the elephant of corruption. You don't underrate when Raila Odinga stands up and says something. You don't underrate when President Ruto rises up to say something. And therefore, the way we deal with this matter will be very important, and the 13th Parliament has been given this opportunity. If we deal with it in a manner of only lamenting or threatening other organs and moving away from it, we shall lose it. The correct way to deal with this matter is to dissect it squarely, the way the chair did put it. That we establish a commission, we establish a parliamentary committee, we establish within our own standing orders a unit that will investigate this matter to the very end. Remember, the person who spoke to this, who is the President, has intelligence, and I hear, though I did not attend the meeting, that he did indicate that he gets this raw intelligence. And then this would roll out to every other sector, including the executive and other players. If there's anything that Kenyans are crying of, is corruption. And if we are being mentioned on this wholesomely, we have to dissect it squarely and then move to the other players within the executive. Are you aware that there could be executive members who could go to the President and pick money, say they are taking that money to Parliament, and they come here, they don't give money, and that thing could be going on? This could be a bigger scheme which this House can now take and look into the details. For instance, Parliament has been standing with the executive. How much money did you receive when you did pass the housing bill? How much money did you receive when you passed SHA? How much money did you receive when you did deal with finance bill? And many other bills that we have dealt with. So we need to deal with these things squarely. There are many other issues that we do pass here. And if we go that direction, we shall save the Kenyans. We shall actually start dealing with the elephant of corruption, beginning with this House and then rolling it out. I am also sad that there's unconstitutional statements that are being pronounced very quickly. Look at this. We need to defend the Constitution and the independence of this House. When you talk about the lack of Senate's role in counties, mark that. It needs to be dealt with by this House. When you talk about CDF, I don't want to belabor on this one because it has been thoroughly flogged. But look at this. There's another one flowing down ourselves, that we need to devolve education. Look at what health is happening. And it also came from the two leaders. I think it was Raila and Odinga that we devolve education. Health is dead. We are now speaking of devolving education to the counties. We shall not have education. So this is a very good opportunity. But look at this. Independence of the House.
Time is up. Give him 30 seconds.
Independence of this House can only be protected by this House. When you teach the students who are up there, you tell them that the House is independent and no any other unit, no any other body can make a law. That's what we teach. I'm a teacher. But look at this now. How many bills are we getting being referred back to the House under the article which requires that you raise 2/3 majority? Those are issues that this Parliament must now stand on and make good law.
David Ocheng.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've been here long enough to know that every time we've had a bipartisan initiative, this House suffers. I remember in the 11th Parliament, when the President and Raila came together at that time on IBC, we were brought here one afternoon, we were told, pass these bills, no removal of a comma, no full stop being removed. When BBI came, the same thing. Now we have this opportunity, and I thought this would be used to bring the country together and fight these ills together. Corruption has been pointed out as the biggest ill we've had. And all those initiatives, the one of Uhuru and Raila, the one now, corruption was at the forefront to be fought. But it disheartens me, Mr. Speaker, for the President to come before members of Parliament and tell us that he knows that a governor gave people money. He knows that an MP was given money. And those governors and those MPs are not arrested. What does he want us to do? Are we police? If you're the president and you know those who are stealing, why don't you arrest them? Why do you come to tell us? What do I have to do with it? You are the president. You are saying you want to fight corruption. And you know those who are stealing. What are you waiting for? Is it our business? Everyone should carry out their functions. This president gave us a finance bill. That was very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president gave us a housing levy. Very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president has asked us to pass SHA. We sat here until 10 p.m. Passed it for him. What have we done for him? What has this parliament not done for president that he now has to come and bastardize us? What? Let him do his job. And why he's also involved in corruption, we will follow him. You can't come and name everyone else to be corrupt as if yourself you're very clean. It doesn't work like that. We have one country. We must all protect this country. We won't allow. We are not begging for CDF. We don't use CDF money ourselves. We're not begging for CDF to be kept. Senate should not beg to carry out his functions. It is not the job of Raila to tell us what the law says. It can't be. This House must take it back seriously going forward. And if there's a PS or a minister stealing money, let us deal with them. But we can't allow people to come and start reading for us Riot Act as if themselves they are very clean. This parliament must reclaim its place in history.
Give him 30 seconds.
So, Speaker, I was very happy yesterday with our leadership. Because you cannot go before governors, abuse us, insult us, then call us. Instead of telling us why you called us, you start lecturing us on matters that you should deal with personally. So, Speaker, I want to request our leaders today, leadership of Parliament. Let's deal with the issue the President has raised, but let's not be beggars. CDF, we must sit here as members of Parliament, make sure that CDF is entered in the Constitution. We can't allow people who don't sit in Parliament to control what we do in this Parliament, Mr. Speaker. It's wrong, and we must deal with it.
Thank you. Your time is up. Ferdinand Wanyonyi.